models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped. And I'm only 23. Understand that? Look at me. I'm a boss like my bros say. Shorty asked me for a check. I told that like no way. Cause I made it from the bottom. It was never no way. And I never had a job. You know I had to sell. Yeah. I'm a boss. I call a shot. I'm with the murder team. Call a cop. We in the building. Y'all are not. You showing the paper. You gon' ball it out. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I play the shots. I call the calls. We in this. It's going down. Yeah, in the kingdom with my motherfucking crown. I'm a boss. 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 I call the calls. Yeah. Hey.
Got so many shades, they thought I had a lazy eye. Shorty roll me smooth as my Mercedes ride. No love, cry when only babies die. And when I go, that casket better cost 100,000. I pray to God I look my killer in his eyes. Snatch his soul out his shirt, let's take him for that grind. OG is one who's standing on his own feet. A boss is one who guarantee we gon' meet. A blog dog, cause one day we gon' meet. I'ma spaz on your ass like I'm on. Or double stack, better double that. Jerry Jones money, you a running back. Herschel Walker, Bo Jack, Ricky Waters, better run that dope back. Boss, and I put that on my Maybach. 400,000, you wish you saved that. I'm a boss, I'm a boss. I play the shots, I call the calls. We in it, it's going down. Yeah, in the kingdom with my motherfucking crown. I'm a boss, 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 I'm a boss. I got a call, yeah. Couple cars I don't never drive, bikes I don't never ride, crib I ain't never been, pool I don't never swim. Fool, you ain't better than I move like the president. Everything black on black, you know I be strapping that. Ratting, walk around wearing wire. Nothing up the gang, got the hood on fire. King, call me side. You say I'm around my city, you a mug. I am a boss. You a fraud. You cross the line, I get you murdered for a call. Murder. I'm in Vegas. I took the law. At the fight, we watching floor. We on the floor. Yeah. Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime. You ain't take nothing from me in the hood every day. You them good, what I say? I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I play the shots. I call the calls. We in it. It's going down. Yeah, in the kingdom with my motherfucking crown. I'm a boss. 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 Play the shots. I call the calls. Yeah. Hey.
Playback music. Hello and welcome to week 6 of the 2024 York football season, where your York Dukes take on the number 4 ranked Downers Grove North Trojans. I'm Connor Troy. Alongside me is Christian McQuaid and Luca DeSanto, and we're in for a conference matchup of the ages between two undefeated West Suburban Silver teams. DGN comes into Elmhurst hoping to stay undefeated in their quest to be the number 1 team in the state, while York looks to crack the top 10 with an impressive win over the number 4 team in the IHSA. We've got a beautiful night today here in Elmhurst, 62 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour winds, absolutely perfect for some fall football. And with that being said, let's get right into it. This is a York team coming off a 21-13 win over Hinsdale Central last week. Christian and Luca, who were some key players in last week's win?
I mean, we're going to look at Jimmy Connors. He had an absolutely huge week. 3 rushing touchdowns and the game-sealing interception on top of that. He had an amazing performance, Connor. He was just all over the field. You know, they had to constantly be summing him out in and out of the game because he plays both sides of the ball so well. However, I have heard some moves that there's potentially that Jimmy Connors is going to be limited tonight. They said he's been having some problems. I'm not sure what the injury is or what's going on, but they said there's a good chance that Jimmy is going to be limited tonight, which could really affect the Dukes tonight, whether it's on offense or defense.
Yeah, Connor, you're talking about this win that York is coming off of. It was definitely their lowest scoring affair, and the win definitely played a massive problem in that. Only a 21-13 game. The throwing game was just not an option. So you're talking about Jimmy Connors here, but I like to highlight the other running back here, Henry Duda. Henry Duda did not score any touchdowns, obviously, but he was able to get York into scoring position every single drive, just to have Jimmy come in for those 7 to 10 yard rushing plays, just being able to power through. Duda himself had 150 yards, and I mean, that backfield is just once again looking absolutely explosive, and it was proven that York is able to have an offense of just their backfield of Massel, Duda, and Connors, and that can get them a win strictly.
Yeah, 2 really impactful players, and it'll be interesting to see how this supposed injury affects Jimmy Connors and increases the volume for Henry Duda. Now, moving on, we're 5 games into the season, you guys, and who are some people that you are still hoping to break out, and especially in a game with such high implications like this one?
Yeah, Connor, I'm looking at Bruno Massel. He has been tremendous all season, still yet to throw an interception. Knock on wood tonight, hoping tonight is not the night. However, I think we're going to see a lot of running tonight from the Dukes. Look for Massel to get out of the pocket, extend plays. He's also very good at the read option, Connor, whether he's handing it off or taking it up the middle. You know, he has just been so fantastic all year. And if you want to see the Dukes take down the number 4 team in the state, you're going to need a big game out of your star quarterback in Bruno Massel.
Yeah, on the defensive side, I mean, obviously, I'm looking at Hunter Stepanek here. He's been so good on the defensive line, and he's just been able to penetrate so well. He's been a great complementing piece to Joe Reef on that defensive line. 6'7", able to penetrate your defense perfectly.
Now I want to look at a DGN player, Connor, like you said, Owen Lansu, 3-star commit to Minnesota. He is certainly very dangerous. His touchdown to interception ratio last year as a junior was 26-7. However, 2 of those interceptions were against the York Dukes last year. So York does have some familiarity with this quarterback. You know, they succeeded in defense last year. He did make some great throws. We were actually at the game, so we saw how he can get out of the pocket, extend plays, and, you know, make something out of nothing, which is the Dukes are going to have to be very good at stopping that and making sure he's not able to extend plays tonight. So expect Owen Lansu to have a big game tonight for the Trojans.
I mean, without a doubt, they're going to need to rely on their 3-star quarterback if they want to come out on top of this with a win. And York has a lot of players they're going to rely on as well. I mean, finally, what everyone's waiting for, we need to talk about our score predictions. Luca, we'll start with you. What do you think? How do you think this game's going to turn out?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Trojans here. I feel like they're coming in much more highly experienced, obviously with the higher rank, of course, but I feel like that experience with Owen Lansu is just irreplaceable. I mean, in that wide receiver core we were talking about is absolutely stacked. So I'm saying it's not going to be an absolute blowout, but I'm predicting a 24-21 win for the Trojans.
Yeah, Connor, I'm actually going to disagree with Luca here. I'm going to take the home team in the York Dukes. I got the final score at 24-20. I think you're going to see a very slow first half. Lots of runs, lots of time coming off the clock. Potentially DGN going into the locker room up maybe a field goal or so. But I think the York Dukes are going to come out on top tonight. I think they're going to show and prove they are the better team. I think the run game is going to be so effective. As you mentioned, the 12-mile-per-hour winds we have tonight.
I'm actually going to disagree and agree with both of you here. I'm going to say York wins, but in a tight game of 35-34. I think this is going to come down to the wire, and I think it will be a bit more of an offensive shootout. Let's face it, these are the best offenses both teams' defense have faced, and I think they're going to have a hard time, especially in that first half, stopping the run, stopping the pass, and that's going to lead to a higher scoring affair. So that's why I pick York to defeat the Trojans 35-34. With that being said, that will conclude our pregame show. National Anthem coming up in just a few moments. We thank you so much, and we will be back for the start of the game. Kickoff at 7:30.
Good evening, Duke fans. On behalf of York High School and our marching band, we'd like to welcome you to tonight's game. The York Marching Band is directed by Michael Pavlik and William Ernst. Our color guard is directed by Rachel Riley, and color guard captains Priscilla Ani, Danny Murphy, and Nikki Thacker. And our drumline and front ensemble are led by Mason Lampa and drum captain George Redfern. At this time, we'd like to welcome our visitors from Downers Grove North, the playing of their fight song. On your feet, Duke fans, for your York High School fight song. And now please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, conducted by Michael Pavlik.
Are you ready for some football? Tonight's York Dukes host the Trojans of Downers Grove North. The York Athletic Department and Administration would like to extend a warm welcome to the students, parents, and staff of Downers Grove North. Welcome to Clarence C. East Field. The Trojans are a 5-0 record, coached by Joe Poreni. The Dukes have a 5-0 record and are coached by Don Gelsomino. Are you ready? It's Friday night in Elmhurst. Here they come. They're mean, they're green, they're your Dukes. Tonight's officials are Matt Maley, Bart Newman, Steve Trena, Matt Roderick, and Don Schaus.
Hello, and we welcome you back to Clarence D. East Field, where we're just moments away from kickoff between the Downers Grove North Trojans and your York Dukes. For those of you just joining us, I'm Connor Choi, and alongside me is Christian McQuaid. And Christian, right before kickoff, you told me this place was rocking, and you can feel the energy buzzing in the air right now.
Absolutely, Connor. This place is a sold-out, extra sold-out place tonight. Extra bleachers brought in for this game. The Downers Grove North student section also full to the brim. This is going to be a heck of a game, folks. We got ourselves a huge matchup. The question of the night, can the Dukes pull up the big upset tonight? We will find out here as we will get underway.
Yeah, and Christian, for a lot of people, this is a fringe top 10 team getting ready to face off against one of the best in the state, to prove to many people in the conference that they can hang with the best. Antonio Kalinsis set to kick off. And here we go. Strong kick right down the middle. Oh, this one died quickly, and it's returned by Henry Duda up the middle, and he will be brought down at the 26-yard line. Not bad starting position for the Dukes as Bruno Massel in this offense takes the field.
Yeah, Connor, you're right. The wind, those 12-mile-per-hour winds we were talking about, just let that ball die. Great job by Duda. You know, he was having to sprint that ball. Gets it in at the 27th. This is going to be some great starting field position, Connor. And as I mentioned earlier, look for Bruno Massel. He's going to have to be the main part of this offense. Look for them to go to the option a lot tonight. And, yeah, I mean, we've seen it all year, but Massel's just been excellent. Still yet to throw an interception.
Big part of that is offensive line. Jack Bodak, Jack Ward, Costa Campus, Dino Majoros, and Cam Sivright. Those 5 up front. First down, it's a keeper for Massel, and he's up the middle. He'll pick up 5 yards and a little bit more.
Number 1, Bruno Massel.
Bruno Massel never stopped fighting till the end, and now that's a great pickup on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, there's that option, Connor, as I mentioned many times in the pregame show. Massel just looks to his left, sees that they're covering the running back, and takes it up the middle for a nice gain, and that's what you're going to see a lot of tonight.
So run-first offense, and they do it to perfection. 2nd down, this time they go to Duda, and he'll be met at the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard or 2 there. That's really, really nice job by that Downers Grove North defensive line.
First down,
Yeah, Connor, now a big chance for the Downers Grove North defense to get 3 and out off the field really quick and get the offense out there. And we know how dangerous their offense is with that quarterback in Owen Lansu. Definitely looking to get that offense out there as soon as possible.
They'll give them the first down. So they got just enough on that yard. Now they give it to Duda again. Short run out to the right side.
Henry Duda on the run for the Dukes.
You know, Connor, that's huge that they gave him that first down, because on that play right there, Duda was not coming close to the sticks where they were previously. So that definitely worked out. And as we talked about how good the Dukes running game has been, I mean, as of right now and throughout the season, the Downers Grove North has done a great job with limiting opponents to scoring, and I believe they're going to have to be great at that tonight, if stopping the run, if they're going to want to keep themselves on that streak.
2nd down and 9. Massel in the shotgun. He's got twins to his right. He's dropping back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. In some trouble. He'll fire it, and this will be caught by Simon Kadowski, and he'll be brought out of bounds at the 35-yard line. First down for the Dukes and much more.
Wow, what a play by Massel. Gets out of the pocket, extends the play. On the run, he makes an amazing throw to Kadowski, who's been stepping up so much this year, Connor, and he shows it again there. Great job by the senior leader and the quarterback to extend the play and make an absolute dime of a throw.
And you, Christian, you talked about, as there's another look at that last play there, but you talked about Massel being able to extend plays with his legs. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he had Quinlan Hughes open over the middle. Unfortunately, the pocket collapsed early. That was a great job by the DGN defensive line to get through early. But Massel, so quick and elusive, gets out of the pocket, and he's able to hit Simon Kadowski on the right sideline. Like you said, a big play from a big-time player so far. So on first down, they'll give it to Duda up the middle, and he'll be met pretty early by an entourage of DGN defensive linemen.
The running game has just seemed to be nowhere ever since that first play where Massel got 7 yards on the keeper. So, you know, it's not much of an option, kind of, if you just keep handing it off to the running back. So, as I've said multiple times already, beware to look out for that read option. Massel that's his bread and butter, Connor. Most bread and butter for quarterbacks is quick slants. Massel's, however, is the read option.
Jake Gregorio made the tackle on the last play. 2nd and 9 at the Downers North 32-yard line. Massel, he'll keep it himself, go up the middle, but he'll be met at the line. Really nice job. That time it's number 23, Joe Lasota, and number 8, Joe Edwards. Really nice job by this combined effort of those 2 defenders. So that'll move him back. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11. And a hard count now. Massel calling the actual play. We'll see what they run here. Massel set to throw. It's a quick pass to Hayden Alexander. That's caught. Alexander gets a decent amount of yardage. He'll be short of the first down, but a good pickup for him on 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Connor, great blocking from the right side. Alexander had a nice little hole there. It unfortunately closed very quick, but this is going to bring up a 4th and 5, and looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. I believe this is the right call. 4-down territory, I think this is for sure.
Definitely 4-down territory. They're in kind of no man's land. Can't kick a field goal, especially with these wins, but you're so close, you have to go for it. No point in punting. Try drawing him offsides. Now we'll see if they run a play here. Massel drops back to throw. It's a QB draw, and he gets up the middle, and he spins away. The ball comes loose, and it's caught by Quinlan Hughes, who's got nowhere to go but the end zone. The Dukes strike first. The 4th down gamble pays off, and they now lead 6-0.
Wow, an amazing job by Quinlan Hughes running with the quarterback on the block. The ball just goes into his hands. He has his hands waiting. Easy walk-in touchdown. What a heads-up play from Quinlan Hughes. And a great run from Bruno Massel on top of that. Holy smokes, I couldn't believe there was a touchdown there. As there's another look at great spin move from Massel. And Hughes just says, oh, look what's in my hands, the ball. Easy touchdown, and the Dukes are now up 6-0.
Extra point is up and good by Brennan Kennedy, and now that makes it a 7-0 game.
Made by number 8, Brennan Kennedy.
Caden Chiarelli was actually the defender who popped it out. Massel tried spinning around some traffic, got met by Chiarelli, was hit hard enough where the ball gets popped out, and like you said, heads up play by Quinlan Hughes. He was right there, picked it up, and nowhere to go with the end zone. He was standing alone. And that's what someone you highlighted at the beginning of the year, Christian, as an impact player. And that is definitely a big impact play, just not in the way that you were probably thinking that he would be doing at the beginning of the year.
I mean, yeah, Connor, props to Quinlan Hughes for sticking with the quarterback, showing his heart he has for blocking, and he got rewarded for it with the touchdown on a play like you said. Who would think you would score a touchdown on a quarterback run as a receiver? Unbelievable start to this ball game.
Jack O'Connor set to kick it off, the junior kicker for the Dukes. Will boot it away.
Yeah, now the big test for the York defense. They've been so good all year. Connor, can they stand up against a very talented Trojans offense? That's the big question tonight.
Connor to kick it off, and he will boot this one to the back left of the end zone. This one will go out of bounds right before the pylon. That is just so unfortunate for the Duke special teams. So that'll be some great starting field position for this Trojans offense. Just barely missed it.
It'll be
for the Dukes.
For the Trojans
got
at the 35
this Dukes defense, I might add. There's some people to look out for. Sideline reporter Luca DeSanto highlighted Hunter Stepnick at the beginning of the game. I think you also have to look out for guys like Owen Roberts and Tyler Hayes and Angelo Marturi as well, because Joe Reef will likely be double teamed tonight.
Absolutely, Connor. Great point outs there.
Send a man in motion. Owen Lansu on 1st down will hand it off to his running back, who's met at right around the line of scrimmage, but he powers through to pick up a couple of yards.
Number 4, Caden Chiarelli.
Tackled
by number 2, Angelo Marturi.
And you know, Connor, this has been such a big rivalry over the past few years. We've been blessed to see York come out with 3 victories in a row in our career here at York High School. York versus DGN as York fans. But, you know, tonight, a bigger question. This game's going to be very close.
Man in motion again. Low snap, quick throw for Lansu, and then it'll be complete, but it'll be brought down by Jimmy Connors. Great job by Connors.
Jimmy Connors there once again, the heart and soul of the team. He's not only a running back, he's a sneaky, good linebacker who's also got an offer to play football at MIT. Very smart kid, too. Can do it all, Connor.
Mikey Grazzini checks in for Owen Shale. That last pass was complete to Oliver Thulin. Big 3rd and 6. Duke's defense looking to make a statement here on DGN's opening drive. Lansu back to pass, and this one will be complete to Thulin at the 50-yard line. So that'll be a 1st down for Downers North before he's brought down by Eddie Sika and Riggs Cole.
Yeah, great pass there as, you know, he extends the play with his legs and just slings it out to the right side. Nice and easy for Lansu, showing why he's committed to Minnesota. And he also had some offers from Akron, Cincinnati, a lot of the MAC schools, Connor, and he's showing why he's got that talent. Also a pretty big build, 6'1", 210. Nice size at the quarterback position.
Lansu in the shotgun. They'll hand it off to Chiarelli, who spins out of a tackle but gets met right by the linebackers. Hunter Stepanek was also in the mix. Stepanek and Grazzini brought down Chiarelli.
Little RPO there, Connor. I think we're going to see that a lot tonight from both sides. Quick routes, you know, handoffs, got that option.
Lansu in the shotgun. Now he drops back. Quick pass. It'll be caught short of the first down marker, and he gets wrestled down at about the 42-yard line. That was complete to Charlie Cruz, 6'2", 200-pound senior receiver, defensive back.
It's third down.
So third down once again, 3rd and 2. DGN was able to convert on a 3rd and 7. Duke's looking to make a stand on 3rd and 2. Can they hold up in this short distance? They bring in the fullback. Philin hands it off to Chiarelli, who dives forward. This one will be close. It'll come down to the spot. I think they might have stopped him.
It's a good spot.
We'll see where the spot is. They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that. If we look at the instant replay, it looks like they got him well short of that. But refs thought otherwise, and that's going to keep the chains moving.
Seemed like a slightly generous spot to me by about a yard, I would have to say. 4:46 and winding. 1st and 10 on the Duke's 39. DGN knocking on the door, hoping to answer. Lansu back to pass. This one's batted up. Nearly intercepted, but fell in no man's land. Evan Gaughan took a couple steps in, couldn't track the ball.
And of course, the guy to bat it down, the Notre Dame commitment, Joe Reeve, just absolutely using his humongous build that he has. Almost a pick there, as you mentioned, Connor. Evan Gaughan was about a foot away from a pick and maybe 6 on top of that.
Trojans in the hard count, can't get the line to jump. Lansu back to pass. This one will be a little check down that's going to go for a lot of yards. It's going to be a first down and much more.
Pass caught, number 11, Charlie Cruz.
Charlie Cruz on the reception.
Tackle made by
brought down by Eddie Sika and Riggs Cole at about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Lansu just to take his nice and easy route. Here's the replay. It's just a little check down. He's thrown a lot of those so far. I mean, it's working, so why not keep it up? It's nice and simple, and as I was mentioning, that's a lot of quarterbacks' bread and butter, and that's Lansu's for sure. We've seen a lot of it already. Definitely going to see a lot more, I think, tonight.
Extra protection out there for Lansu. They shift the tight ends in motion. James Lumpkin, the new running back, and Lansu will hand it off to him. Lumpkin breaks away, but gets tripped up at the 10-yard line. Eddie Sika with the tackle there.
James Lumpkin on
the Lumpkin's got some speed to him there, Connor. He almost, I mean, he was looking shifty. He made a few nice jukes there, and
2nd and 5.
I honestly thought he had a chance at the end zone. However, great job of the Duke's front to stop him. But definitely a speedster out of the running back position, and look for him to get many carries tonight with that kind of speed.
Third back being shifted in for the Trojans this drive. It's Jake Gregorio. Trojans knocking on the door on the Duke's 10-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Two tight ends out for the Trojans. Extra protection. Duke's expecting the run, and they're going to get it. Gregorio bouncing to the left. He's got blockers heading towards the end zone, and he's in there for a touchdown. Trojans answer with a touchdown of their own. 10-yard rush for Jake Gregorio.
And yet, Connor, definitely a more convincing drive out of the Trojans than the Dukes. The Dukes were driving and scored off a kind of a lackluster play, but on the other side, the Trojans respond with a dominating drive. Coming right back, and now the squared back at 7-7 if this extra point goes through.
Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and kick is good with plenty of leg. So that will tie the game up. It is now 7-7 with 3:16 left in the first quarter.
Score is tied.
Christian, you said it. That was a really convincing drive by Downers Grove North. I mean, you had Lansu in the pocket making these high-level throws. And that's why he's one of the highest-rated pro-style quarterbacks in the state of Illinois for the class of 2026.
Yeah, Connor, we also were able to announce him in the sophomore game. I don't know if you recall, back when we were announcing sophomore games, he was actually starting as a freshman on the sophomore team. And that game went into overtime, so he's now facing the same sophomores he is playing, or the same sophomores who are now on the varsity team here. So they definitely know Lansu and how he plays, but he has definitely grown a lot more since then. He's got a great build to him as there's an injured player down on the field.
Injury timeout. We'll step away for a few moments. 7-7 your score. Don't go anywhere. This game's just getting started. We welcome you back from injury timeout. Nick Vroman, the injured Trojan on the sideline. He heads to be looked at by the incredible athletic training staff here at York High School. Now the Dukes will need to figure a way to respond after that really great drive put together by Downers Grove North. And I mentioned before the game started, I said that I thought this would be a shootout, and it's already starting to look like that. Two offenses that are rolling, big plays, consistent offense. For the Dukes, though, Christian, I think you said it, you'd like to get them to kind of get the offense started, or the run game started a little bit more, I should say, in terms of getting the ball to Henry Duda. That being said, last week he had a bit of a slow start, ended up rushing for 150 yards. So had himself another really solid performance. They rushed again as a team for over 250 yards. That's really just been a key to their success.
Absolutely, Connor. And you know you're going to need to start opening that up if you're going to want to pass. And as I mentioned, you know, the Trojans had a very dominating drive, Connor, compared to what the Dukes had. I mean, the Dukes were driving a little bit, but scoring off a play like that, you know, it's great, but it's not that confidence boosting, in my opinion.
Antonio Kalinsis set to kick it off. He boots it away. This one's heading right towards the hands of Henry Duda, who drops it, now picks it back up. At about the 15-yard line, he'll just dive down and they'll place the ball at the 17-yard line. Just hit his hands. Kind of a line drive kick at the chest area, and for some reason, so many returners have such a difficult time trying to field that. And it was evident in that last play.
I mean, yeah, Connor, you see that with the Bears a lot. Velus Jones, he's been on the special teams many times, and he's got multiple fumbles, and he's, you know, in Hard Knocks, they talked about, oh yeah, he's fixing it in the first play, first punt of the year, he goes out there and fumbles the punt return. So definitely, you know, a lot of people struggle with special teams. I don't believe Henry Duda did. I think the win's just very challenging tonight, Connor.
Birnbaum in motion. They hand it off here to Henry Duda. Henry Duda bouncing to the right side, breaks the tackle, stiff arms another, and he'll be shoved out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Henry Duda on the run for a first down.
That's a way to start a drive. They pick up a first down. 12-yard rush for Duda.
Absolutely, and then on top of that, throws a guy. Look at this replay. He's going to throw this man into the Dukes bench. Just, he is the man. He just absolutely just throws him, Connor. I mean, showing him who the real man is what I should have said, and absolutely there, physicality.
Massel gives it to Duda again. Duda bouncing this time. He won't get very far before being brought down.
Duda on the run, met by number 23, Joe Lasota.
Joe Lasota once again on the tackle. It's number 3 on the day for him. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stepanek out, Quinlan Hughes coming in. Massel's got Hayden Alexander, Quinlan Hughes, and Simon Kodowski as his receivers. Jack Birnbaum, the tight end. And the previously mentioned offensive line. Henry Duda in the backfield. 2:20 and counting. They give, no, Massel's gonna keep it. Bounces to the left side. He's got room to run if he can break away. He does. And Massel will be brought down after a nice 7-yard run. Really nice play on second down. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, Bruno Massel's legs, Connor, they are so well used by him. As look at this, he fools both of us. We both think it's a run, however, it's not. And he just has tremendous speed about a few feet away from a breakaway touchdown, I'd argue, with that kind of track star speed he has. And, you know, now a big 3rd and short. And, you know, got to wonder what the Dukes will go to here on this 3rd and short.
I'm thinking run all day. You mentioned track star speed. Massel along with Duda, both all-state track runners. Duda, this one's going to be close. He might have gotten it.
Looked up,
and
up here.
The chains are already moving, so they're going to give him the first down.
Absolutely huge, Connor. That's a big first down, and that keeps the chains moving. And it also keeps running the clock, so 2 positives.
And this is what you were talking about, Christian. You said this is what they need to do if they want to come in and win the football game. It's establish the run game early to open up the passing plays. Well, what have they done this drive? They've ran the ball, and it's worked so far at their own 42. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Massel gives it to Duda again. Duda cutting back over the middle. This time he's going to be hit for a loss. Really nice job by this DGN defensive line to break through. Drake Gregorio breaking through, picking up the TFL.
Yeah, they weren't fooling anywhere there, Connor. Although it looked like if Massel kept that one that time, he was gone for real. But, you know, they weren't fooling anyone, and they've run the option now 3 times on this drive already. So you got to think, are they going to throw it here, or are they going to stick with that bread and butter?
2nd down and 12. Dukes on their own 40. Trips right for Massel. It's a handoff to Duda, then they cut it back to Quinlan Hughes. But I'm sorry, Hayden Alexander, but he'll be stopped right around the line of scrimmage again. Maybe picks up a yard. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11. A little bit of trickery from Mike Murphy and his offense.
Yeah, Connor, I mean, the trickery seemed to work very well. I mean, he had a big hole to run. He just did not use it. He got caught up at the legs as the crowd kind of held their breath. And once they saw that hole that he had, and that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. We actually are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Luca DeSanto, in a minute here.
We'd like to give a special thanks to our wonderful athletic trainers, Jim Stepanek, Emily Bloomquist, P. Lennon.
All right, let's send it down to our guy on the side, Luca DeSanto. Luca, what's the latest?
Dr. Yogan Patel. There's a no alcohol, no tobacco, no vaping policy, no smoking or use of products on District 205 property.
Just a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll be back. Stepping away for a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter coming your way soon.
Of the York Athletic Boosters, your membership fees help support all York sports.
We welcome you back. 7-7 your score. Start of the second quarter. The York Dukes on their own 41-yard line. 3rd down and 11. You get to see a throw this drive. Likely a throw here. Massel back to pass. He'll throw over the middle. It's complete. Once again, Simon Kadowski. He's been Massel's clear and favorite target, and for good reason. Keeps finding separation. And now the Dukes move the ball to the Trojans' 37-yard line.
Absolutely huge play from Massel, staying absolutely poised in the pocket. Does not feel any pressure, just makes an absolute dart of a throw. And Kadowski, the junior, steps up once again.
1st and 10 now for the Dukes. Massel hands it off to Duda. Duda tries cutting back up the middle after bouncing to the right, but he'll be met by a trio of Downers North defenders for a loss of maybe a yard.
2nd down for the Dukes.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
And Connor, going back to that third down completion, that was such a big play. 3rd and 11 against the number 4 team in the state. What do? You go to the throw, you go to Kadowski, your most trusted receiver on the field. That was a humongous play for the Dukes, Connor.
Massel will keep it himself. He goes up the middle, another quarterback draw, and he'll pick up 3 yards before being tackled by number 23 of the defense, Joe Lasota.
Number 34, Jake Gregorio. 3rd down, and
got the instant replay on this one. It's the read option. Once again, he's going to keep it up the middle, make some great juke moves, but he's just swallowed up by the defenders right away. Nowhere to go really right there, but not the worst play call in the world, as this is now a 3rd and 9 and a decision for offensive coordinator Mike Murphy.
We'll see what he can dial up here. 3rd down and 9. They send Quinlan Hughes in motion. Massel has Hughes open. He's going deeper, and this one is tipped away. He was looking for Jack Birnbaum, so he took the shot, could not get it. Now the Dukes are in a really tough spot. Didn't pick up any yards. It'll be interesting to see what they do here, but I'm thinking they're going to go for it on the Trojans' 37-yard line. I think they're just out of the range of Brennan Kennedy.
Yeah, Connor, I don't necessarily agree with that 3rd down call there. Maybe 3rd short and go with make sure it's 4th and manageable. Instead, they went deep for the sticks.
I like the dump off play to Hughes. Hughes was wide open. I think he could have gotten 5 to 6 yards there, and now you're looking at a 4th and 9 versus a 4th and 2 if you went that route.
Absolutely.
Massel, empty set, drops back, flushed out the pocket. In some trouble, ball comes loose, and he coughs it up. Flags fly, but if it stands, it'll be a turnover, and Trojans have the ball.
Quarterback sacked to the backfield, ball came loose, recovered by the Trojans.
Flags did fly.
I believe those were just the spot markers, Connor, to mark the spot of the ball where it fell onto the ground.
1st and 10 for the Trojans on the 43-yard line.
Yep, they are just spot markers. They are going to give the ball to Downers Grove North.
Elmhurst is a proud sponsor of York
and Massel wasn't given much time there to make a big play.
Is not an ordinary gym, but a premier health
just looks like the great job by the Downers Grove North defender, swatting the ball out of his hands, taking the play away, and just not enough time to get the throw off.
Lantu on 1st and down, quick pass, complete to Thulin.
Pass caught, number 10, Oliver Thulin.
Good for about 4 yards.
Tackled by number 25, Eddie Sika, and number 19, Riggs Cole. 2nd down.
Riggs Cole, Eddie Sika on the tackle.
Connor, the Downers Grove North Trojans have gone with so many of those screen passes on that first drive. Not many runs until they got in the end zone. So can the Dukes stop those little screen dump-offs? They're going to have to if they want to make a stand here.
Lantu back to pass. This one's a quick pass and dropped by Thulin. Thulin ran a great route, got the separation, just couldn't haul the catch in. So a big break for the Dukes. Now 3rd and 5 coming up. And forcing a punt here would be huge. So we'll see what they can do here.
What are you going to here, Connor, if you're the offensive coordinator of the Trojans?
I'm going to what's worked for you all this entire game. You're trying to get the ball to Oliver Thulin on a slant route. I know he just dropped the pass, but he's been your best option so far. And slant route for Thulin. 3rd down and 5. Thulin back to pass. Escapes out the pocket. He's going to run it himself, and Jimmy Connors is there. Throws him out of bounds for a loss.
Of course
and
he is,
that's going to force a punt.
Of course he's there. The heart and soul once again steps up. As great job by Lantu. He sees the read. Gaughan tries to break loose, but of course Jimmy Connors is there to make the play. That's been the theme of the season all year so far. And great job by the limited Jimmy Connors tonight, only playing defense so far.
Charlie Cruz sent to punt it away. They've got Simon Kadowski at the 9-yard line awaiting. Here's the punt. Kadowski going to let this one bounce. It takes a good roll for the Trojans. It'll be down at the 19-yard line.
And here's the matchup we were looking at. Two teams that got off to a fast start, 2 touchdowns, and now two quick turnover on downs, and both teams have had to send, well, not York actually had a turnover, but DGN now being forced to punt. I mean, that's a big stand for the Dukes defense, but definitely a big miscue for the Trojans, dropping that easy first down catch in Thulin. And that could look to, if that bites them in the butt later, that could certainly come back to haunt them, Connor.
As it stands right now, we've got a tie game. Dukes with the ball. 8:45 left to go in the first half. Bruno Masso trying to make it up for the last turnover, his first of the year, and met right away.
Number 26, Henry Duda.
Is Henry Duda for a loss.
Tackled by number 75, Peter Rodriguez.
Peter Rodriguez.
Trojans, second down for the Dukes.
On the tackle. So that'll bring up 2nd and 12 on the 16-yard line. Massel got some movement, but not enough to be offsides. Now Massel back to pass. It's a quick pass off balance, and this one will be complete to Simon Kadosky, but not for very much, maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, Connor, it's really hard to start a drive when you get a loss of 1 or 2 yards every time on the run. I mean, the Dukes have ran the ball pretty much every time on the first down, and DGN has not been fooled once by it, so they're going to have to change it up because it's hard to start behind the sticks every single time. You know, we've seen a lot of success with the throw tonight, the very few times they have done it, so we'll see if they make adjustments later, but as of right now, that's not going to fool no one.
3rd down and 11 here. Dukes on their own 17-yard line. We'll see what they do. They send Alexander in motion. Massel fakes the jet touch. Now he's got a lane over the middle, and he hesitates, but now breaks away. Bruno Massel for the first down. The elusiveness out the pocket. It's going to pay off, and the Dukes pick up a first down.
Bruno Massel looking like prime Kyler Murray, also rocking number 1, just like Kyler. Watch him scramble, jukes a guy out, gets the sideline, tiptoes in for the first down, dancing like a dancer, moving his feet. Absolutely electric from Bruno Massel.
They spot him 1 yard short. So it's 4th and 1.
And they're going to punt it.
They're going to punt it away. Brennan Kennedy gets sent out. That's just a matter of inches. I think they were so close.
Wow.
4th down and 1.
2 worlds of a difference.
And now this is a play. I think you take a gamble here. Run has worked so well. Kennedy to punt it away. This one is going to be caught, and Zimmerhall misses the tackle, but now the returner will be brought down by Jack Birnbaum.
Number 4, Caden Chiarelli.
Caden Chiarelli, the returner.
23, Jack Ostendorf.
Jack Ostendorf
1st and 10 for
and
the
Jack
Trojans
Birnbaum on the tackle.
46-yard line.
I mean, yeah, Connor, that's tough. Tough decision for the offensive coordinator there, but I mean, it's very risky punting in your own, or going for it in your own territory like that, especially with the way a lot of the handoffs have gone tonight. But although handing it off under the center compared to handing it off in the gun's a big difference. So, you know, you get a few more yards with that usually. But I think, you know, you're trusting your defense, and I think you believe they can get off the field here. And I think that's the call they're going with.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Lansu going to hand it off, whistle, flags fly.
Flag on the field.
We'll see what the call is here. Looks like it's going to be a false start. No, it's going to be offsides on the defense.
1st and 5 for the Trojans.
That'll move the ball up 5 yards into Duke's territory, make it 1st and 5.
Definitely not the start you're looking for to the drive, Connor.
Absolutely not. First penalty on the Dukes so far. Actually, first penalty of the game so far. Seven minutes and counting. Lansu, quick pass, and this one kind of in no man's land, nearly intercepted by Riggs Cole. That was in between Oliver Thulin and
defended by number 19, Riggs Cole. Second down.
Kind of nobody. I wasn't really sure where he was going with that pass. Thulin wasn't really looking. Riggs Cole leaps across, trying to pick it off.
Yeah, looking back at that, just another one of those quick out routes that Lansu hasn't really attempted a ball down the field yet tonight. Just a lot of those 7 to 8 yard dump offs.
They hand it off on first down, and they'll pick up a first down. A really nice run by Alec Firaminga.
Runs for a first down, Trojans.
A lot of different running backs they've worked in the offense here, and I feel like every time a running back takes a carry, they just take another guy back in. And now the sub number 4 in is Caden Chirelli. So, I mean, how many different guys have they worked into the offense tonight at the running back position?
First touch we've seen for Firaminga, but now they got Chirelli back in. He was the starting back. He was the feature back up until the last part of that touchdown drive, but now we see him back on the field. And they hand it off to Chirelli here. He bouncing to the left. Chirelli's going to cut it over and stays on his feet and is going to pick up a first down.
Great job bouncing up to the left side, and the left side of the offensive line for Downers Grove North. Watch the replay here. Just not a guy left. Great blocking, and that's going to make a wide open hole, and great job by Chirelli using the left side and getting up the sideline for an easy first down pickup for the Trojans.
Chirelli comes out. They go empty set for the Trojans. Send a man in motion. Lansu back to pass. Firing it deep. It's going to be complete at the 15-yard line. Really nice throw by Lansu, threading the needle through a tight window, complete to Joe Edwards, the big tight end.
For the first time all game, the Trojans go down the field a little bit. Watch Lansu takes the snap. Just great read, and as you mentioned, threads the needle. There's an example of it between Connors and Cole, and just a dime of a throw. And now, knocking on the door, Connor, as you mentioned earlier, the Trojans making a great drive down the field here.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. 2 backs in. They've got Chirelli. Alongside him is Gregorio. They hand it off. Chirelli spins around, and he's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line.
4, Caden Chirelli. 2nd and 5. Tackle made by number 19.
Pick up a 3. It'll be spotted at the 5. 2nd and goal.
It's a goal line stand, Dukes fans. Let's get loud.
Dukes looking to make a stand at the goal line. DGN looking to take their first lead of the game. Chirelli subs out. Gregorio the back. Thulin and Cruz, the 2 receivers. Lansu back to pass. Nothing there. He throws over the middle, and it will be broken up.
Pass intended for number 8, Joe
Yeah,
Edwards.
great job by Lansu not avoiding the sack there. If you look at this replay, his first read is to the left side, doesn't have a man. Looks at his third read, which is the guy up the middle. Great job by the Dukes defense to break that up, and unfortunately the Downers Grove North receivers just could not get open, and great job by the Dukes secondary to keep it that way, and possibly a big stand here coming up, Connor.
Third and goal here at the 5-yard line. They give it to Gregorio. He's bouncing, and he's got a lane, and he's in the end zone.
Touchdown,
So Downers Grove North going to take the lead. It's now a 13-7 game. Gregorio found the lane on the right side, and he's able to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, Gregorio is just such a big guy to have at running back. He's also the linebacker. He just walks into the end zone. An even better job by the front 5 for Downers Grove North. An easy touchdown for them as they are now up 13-7, and that's now 2 really, really confident drives for them, just going down the field, pounding the ball down the Duke's throats, and also making some great throws.
Extra point from Colinsis is good. Makes it a 14-7 game. So Bruno Massel in the offense will have 4 minutes and 39 seconds to come down and try and answer that touchdown. We'll step away. Don't go anywhere. You are watching York Sports Network.
Here in Elmhurst is raffling off a $250 Amazon gift card at halftime of the varsity game. Tickets can be purchased at the Spiritware Shed or the South End Concession Stand. Tickets are 1 for $5, 3 for $10, or 8 for $20. All proceeds go to York Athletic Boosters to support all York athletics. Winner need not be present to win. Get your tickets before halftime of the varsity game.
We welcome you back as DGN set to kick off following that touchdown drive put together by Owen Lansu and company. Now the York offense looks to respond, and they send it away. Henry Duda to field this kick at the 12-yard line. He's running up the middle, and he will be brought down at the 17-yard line.
Number 26, Henry Duda on the return.
83 yards to go.
And yeah, Connor, the Dukes, every time they've ran on first down, besides the first play of the game, which is the option, first down they have gone handoff off the middle. They've had zero success. Actually, they've lost yards pretty much every time they've had a first down. So the big goal of this drive is, can they get some yards on the first down so they're not completely behind the sticks every single time they just have to start a new drive.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line. My apologies. It's an extra 10 yards, only 73. They hand off to Duda on first down, and he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. And there, once again, Christian, as you bring it up, first down rushing plays just not really working out for the Dukes. It's what they run almost every time. You're never going to see them pass on first down. That being said, DGN doing a great job stopping them. That's a run for no yardage there. Hunter Stepnick coming off the bench, coming in for Quinlan Hughes. So look at Stepnick to really kind of aid this rushing game. They almost use him as a sixth lineman just because of his 6'7" frame. It makes him so able to do it. That's why he's also able to get on the D-line and be effective as well. Second and 10, Massel is gonna fake the handoff, keep it off the back foot, and it's gonna be complete on the right sideline. This will be caught, and a huge run, still on his feet, cutting over the middle and being brought down at the 31-yard line. How about that? Jack Birnbaum flipping the field.
Jack Birnbaum for a first
Connor,
down.
Jack Birnbaum on the roster sheet is known as a tight end. On this play, he's absolutely got the jets on him. Watch him catch this, and he takes it for a huge play.
Hurry up here. Handoff up the middle for Duda.
Duda on the run for the Dukes.
And going back to that, great job by Massel. He holds that fake handoff in for about 2 seconds and then just zips it over his head. Great play call by Coach Mike Murphy. And that sets them up in great territory. They're probably going to just try to run this clock down and score a touchdown going into the locker room. Down or tied at the half, that's the goal. And right now they're looking like they're going to be able to do that.
I mean, just a great play. I mean, off his back foot, what a high-level throw right there, that last play from Massel. They give it to Duda. He's going out to the left. Massel tries throwing a block down. Duda is going to
Number 26,
maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe an extra yard.
Yeah, they're once again kind of, that's 2 straight runs. I mean, 3rd and 5 is not bad. It's manageable, but the run game has just been so out of character. Downers Grove North has done such a good job of stopping it, and the Dukes have rushed for over, I believe, 200 yards in every game this season thus far. Tonight, not looking like they're going to meet that standard if they keep it up like this.
But that's what Downers North wanted to come in and do. They wanted to challenge Massel in this passing offense. They wanted to go to Mike Murphy and say, what passing plays can you draw up? How are you going to beat us in the pass? Because we're not going to let you beat us running the football. Massel throws over the middle, and this through the hands of his intended receiver.
Incomplete pass intended for number 16.
Going for Simon Kadosky. Kind of had to spin him around.
And yeah, Connor, this is the play that Mike Murphy drew up a beautiful fake handoff right to Kadosky. He just was not ready for it, it seemed like. Great play call. I really like that play design, and certainly dialed up the right one there.
Now this brings up 4th and 5. We'll see what they try to do here. Downers North does get the ball to start the second half. Are they just going to try and get a man off sides? The ball at the 27. No, they're going to run a play. Massel in some trouble. Jump throw, and this one's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Downers Grove North Trojans defense. Credit number 6, Tavares Edwards. With that interception, Massel, trying to avoid the sack, just tosses it up, and it gets intercepted by Edwards. That one was intended for Birnbaum again.
Yeah, not sure the interception really mattered there. Honestly, the smartest play by Massel to avoid the loss of yards, unless that turned to be a pick 6. But I believe he went down right where Massel actually threw the ball, so it ended up not mattering, and that's going to actually bring up Bruno Massel's First interception of the game, the classic announcer's jinx, Connor. As I said on the mic, yet to throw an interception till this game. He ends up doing it on a jump throw pass. Wouldn't really count that as an interception because it was kind of just like a prayer, you know, one of those plays. Desperation.
I will say you did knock on wood and then you knocked on a plastic table. So maybe we'll chalk that one up on you, Christian. On first down, Lansu completes his pass.
Number 12, Max
That'll
Troha.
move the chains.
Knocks out of bounds, number 21, Drew Richardson.
Max Troha,
Down,
the receiver
Downers
on
Grove
that one.
It would be really nice if the Dukes could hold Downers Grove North to 14 points going into the locker room. They're going to have to come up with a stand. And they've already made one stand tonight, one out of the 3 drives. Definitely in use of one here.
Low snap to Lansu, but he's able to get the handoff off and bouncing to the right, but being
Number
brought
2,
down
Alec
is Alec
Fermuga.
Fermuga.
On the run for the Trojans.
Jimmy Connors at Michael Grazzini
Tackled
right
by
there.
number 34, Jimmy Connors. 2nd and 8 for the Trojans.
And both teams still with 3 timeouts left here, so very curious to see if Downers Grove North is able to make a play here, if they'll call a timeout, or if the Dukes are able to get a play for yards of loss or so on, if they'll use a timeout and try to get the ball back. This is kind of the play where we'll determine that.
Lansu drops back, gonna air this one out, and it'll be caught by Thulin, staying in bounds, getting some extra yards, and he'll be tripped up and pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Oliver Thune.
Oliver Thulin, nice job.
Downers Grove North.
Comes up with the reception, and there you had it, Christian. That's another high-level throw.
And Thulin, just so athletic, goes up and makes a catch against the junior Riggs Cole, and then makes a nice spin move to stay in bounds and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Heads up play from the receiver. Now the clock at 1 minute and 10 seconds, so plenty of time to get in the end zone here.
Also got to add 3 timeouts for Downers Grove North as well. They fake the handoff. Lansu back to pass. Fires over the middle. It's caught. Thulin once again. Sika is going to bring him down at the 13-yard line.
10, Oliver Thulin, tackle made by number 25, Eddie Sika.
Thulin once
First
again
down,
wide open over the
Downers Grove
middle,
North.
and Lansu threads the needle. Look at this throw off his back foot. Very, very confident throw over the secondary, and Sika is able to bring him down. But Thulin and Lansu connection has been all over the field tonight in an early first half with 50 seconds remaining here. And Downers Grove North gets the ball coming out of the locker room too, so definitely a humongous opportunity to get some more points on the board.
Did not elect to take a timeout. There's 39 seconds. Lansu, flags fly, free play, floats up a 50-50, and this one's going to be caught. Oliver Thulin, it's a touchdown. We'll see what the penalty is. Really nice lob ball there to Oliver Thulin. He stops the celebration. It looks like it's going to be coming back.
Illegal shift on the Trojans.
That's going to move them back quite a bit, Connor. So illegal shift on the Trojans.
It's 1st and 15 for the
Not
Trojans.
1st and 15, and that knocks him out of field goal range, I believe. Besides that, great throw off the back foot of Lansu to, of course, Thulin. Once again, that connection has been so bright. And now with this opportunity, can the Dukes come up with a stand, Connor? They got a penalty. They caught a break on the touchdown pass. Can your defense respond is the big question for Coach Gelsomino.
1st and 15, 34 seconds to go for the Trojans on the York 18-yard line. They're up by 7. Dukes need a stand. Trojans looking to extend the lead. Lansu on first down is going to have this one complete. Tackle missed, and he breaks another tackle, and they will walk right into the end zone. Goes to the tight end there, Will Vala. 6'3", 210-pounder junior. Makes 2 men miss and is able to walk in the end zone for an easy score.
Yeah, Connor, just a nice little dump off once again. All they've been doing all night, and he's just going to walk into the end zone after a sloppy tackle attempt, actually 2 sloppy ones, and then an easy touchdown for the Trojans, and that's going to make this a 2-possession ball game now. And as I mentioned, the Trojans have the ball coming out of the locker room, and they are now 3 for 4 on drives tonight.
Extra point up, and it is good.
Point after
So
kick
that will
is
make it
good.
21-7.
Number
Still 26
22,
seconds left in the half.
Antonio Polenzas is the kicker.
We'll see if
Holder, number 7, Nick
Coach Gelso tries to,
Knopitz.
wants to do anything crazy, or if we're just going to run the clock out. Dukes do have all 3 timeouts, so you could get crazy if you wanted to.
Stop by the Fitness Formula Clubs of Elmhurst apparel table near the apparel shed to sign up to win a free
Absolutely,
membership.
Connor, but
Good luck
the question
and
is
go
you can't
Dukes.
get too crazy, because if Massel ends up throwing an interception or another miscue, this could give the Trojans back the ball. So definitely a tough decision to think out depending on this return from Duda, if he's going to take it out or not. But I got to think they're probably going to just take this one in the locker room. But you never know, as you mentioned, 3 timeouts, 6 seconds, not a lot of time. With 3 timeouts, you know, you could turn that into something. Depends on how you feel with your performance from your players in this first half.
Just 2 turnovers that kind of costly for the offense. They looked really good on that first drive, and the start of some second ones. They go squib kick here. This one will be fielded by Birnbaum, and that will put the Dukes at the 38-yard line with 22 seconds left to go in the first half.
So
they're getting good field position here, Connor. And 3 timeouts, plenty of time. If you string together 2 or 3 decent gains, you find yourselves in field goal range. And not sure I agree with the squib kick there, Connor.
I don't either. I don't think, and I think if you can get away with a field goal here, I really truly believe that that is a win. That would be a win for this Dukes offense. And again, like you said, I don't understand the squib kick. Maybe they thought they were going to run some trickery and laterals on special teams, but we've really never seen that from the Dukes. So I'm not really sure what prompted them to do the squib kick. Yes, you shave 4 seconds off, but Birnbaum kind of just tackled right away. We'll see what they go here. Trips left for Massel. Kadaski off to the right side on the top of your screen. Massel steps up, flushed out of the pocket, and he's just going to have to throw this one away. Sails it to the Trojan sideline.
Just a bit outside.
And yeah, Connor, if you're Bruno Massel here, you got to keep your head up after that interception. Definitely could rally your head. And the unfortunate thing, after throwing that interception, you were driving down the field.
Second down.
And it came down to just the offensive line not giving him any time, as, you know, the body posture from him right now is not the best. He looks a little shaken up from that last drive, but you got to stay confident if you're Massel. You are definitely arguably one of the better quarterbacks in this conference. And you definitely need to have a great performance in this game if you want to hang around. So definitely going to need him, as we know how effective he can be when he's playing at his best.
15 seconds left. 3 timeouts for the Dukes. Massel drops back. Looks to air it out. Rolling to his right. Steps up in the pocket, and this one's going to be incomplete again. Out of bounds at the Trojan sideline. So 9 seconds left. 3rd and 10. This one's going to have to be quick, but if you can get a really big chunk of yardage here, maybe you can call timeout and then go kick a field goal. But that's thinking more on the bright side. Massel looks to get calls it out. 3rd down and 10. The Dukes on their own 38-yard line. 9 seconds left in the first half. Down 21-7. High snap. Massel dropping back to pass. Flushed out the pocket. And he's just going to run for it himself, and he's going to pick up the first down. 1 second on the clock before he was out of bounds.
Number 1, Bruno Massel with the run for
really nice run. Great job by Massel extending that arm to pick up the first down, then scurries out of bounds. So they got a second on the clock.
So 1 second remaining here, Connor. And are we going to see trickery, or are we just going to see a shot at the end zone? And you will find out that decision after Coach Gelso. He wants to talk it out with his team here before going into the locker room.
We'll see what they come up with here. 1 second left. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network.
The Redfern family. Westport Consulting, ODP, High and Mighty, Elmwood Irrigation, Touching Hearts, Through the Woods Therapy and Wellness, the Rainier family, the Flegger family, the Majoros family, the Massel family, the Campus Law Group, the Campus family, the Gahn family, the Connors family, the Byford family, Sauter Law Group LLC, Suburban Welding and Steel LLC, Spring Inn, Sport Decal Incorporated, Roberto's Restaurante, Phase 3 Elmhurst, Nature's Ethical Hydration, Kind Cake Couture, Jellies, Children's Boutique and Ice Cream, Elmhurst Preparatory School of Early Learning, Elmhurst Bears, Dolores and James Buchanan, Distinct Outdoor Living, DJ Kiko's, Community Bank of Elmhurst, Bottle Theory, Auto Gallery, Chicago J. Proctor Group, the Apollo Building, Rose Palette, Maturi Custom Homes, Elmhurst Eagles, Elmhurst Airborne, Luda Creations, and DeLeo's Pizza and Catering.
1 second left. We welcome you back from the timeout. Deep coverage protection, and Massel evades a sack, but he can't evade the next one. He'll be wrestled down for a big loss, and that's how the first half comes to an end. It's a score of 21-7. The Trojans lead. Christian, break down this first half so far for us.
Absolutely, Connor. First drive of the game, the York Dukes are driving, you know, and they make some plays. And then on a big third down, Massel scrambles, gets absolutely blown up. The ball just floats into Quinlan Hughes' hands. He walks in the end zone. That's the first touchdown of the game. Dukes go out with a 7-0 lead. And then Downers Grove North, the story of the whole second quarter, 3 touchdowns in a row, 3 unanswered scores, and they have all the momentum in the world here. Also getting the ball back to start the second half, so definitely not what you're looking for if you're the York Dukes. And with that, we're going to step aside for the halftime show. 20 minutes till we get back to our action. I'm Christian McQuaid. Alongside me is Connor Choi. Do not go anywhere for a great second half. You're watching York Sports Network.
Duke fans, welcome to tonight's halftime performance. This season, we are proud to present our 2024 show, British Invasion. We'll be featuring some of the most iconic songs from the 1960s through the 1980s that made their way across the Atlantic, including hits by Queen, the Zombies, Elton John, and the Beatles. We begin our performance tonight with a tribute to the legendary rock band Queen, including their hit songs We Will Rock You, Another One Bites the Dust, and the operatic anthem Bohemian Rhapsody. We hope you enjoy the outstanding Queen opener. Our drum majors for this season are Evie Morton, Elizabeth Pickens, and Lily Widmar, who will now perform their salute. Next up, we present the smash hit made popular by the Zombies. This is She's Not There. Our next tune features trumpet soloist Wade Klinger. This is the legendary ballad by Elton John, Your Song.
Yeah, you said your class. Next week's a short week, so let's do the weekend.
Finally, the conclusion to our British Invasion show pays tribute to the Beatles. This is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and The End. welcome to the field the outstanding York Palms and Cheer, led by head coaches Alyssa Ortiz and Emily Bowman. They will be performing to an arrangement of Bang Bang by Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj, and Jessie J. And now please welcome to the field students from Bryan, Churchville, and Sandburg Middle School to join the York Marching Band in performing of the White Stripes classic hit, Seven Nation Army. On your feet, Duke fans, for your York High School fight song.
Blackwood Barbecue, owned by a proud York alum, is excited to support York football this season. They are offering free pulled pork sandwiches at their new Oak Brook location at 1715 West 22nd Street on Saturdays following a York High School victory. QR codes with info are located at the home gate or visit the website. Additionally, Blackwood Barbecue is giving another York student an opportunity to win a $1,000 gift card if they hit a 30-yard field goal. Give it up for York senior Ava Lewandowski, who is this week's lucky contestant. Good luck, Ava.
Hello, and we welcome you back from halftime a little bit early as we've got some on-the-field activities, a special event. We've got Ava Lewandowski, girls soccer goalie, as well as a bowler, trying to kick a field goal. We'll see what we got going on here.
For the gift card.
Yeah, for the gift card. Last week, Diego Ochoa's made it. This one's up, and it has the leg. Is it good?
Still no signal.
Congratulations, Ava.
Oh, she made
Good.
it.
$1,000 gift card.
Second week in a row.
Blackwood Barbecue,
Oh, no,
$1,000 gift
sorry.
card.
Mr.
Both the
Wagner.
York boys and girls goalie hits the field goal. And with that, Joy, I think we got our sideline reporter, side guy,
All right,
Yes, we
now
do.
for our
DeSanto.
We got our sideline reporter, Luca DeSanto. We'll send it down to him.
$250
Are you with
Amazon
us,
gift
Luca?
card, courtesy of John Nolden.
And
From
he is.
Guaranteed Rate here in Elmer.
All right, Luca, and
The ticket number is 418.
what are you looking at for York in the second half?
418-474.
Yeah, Connor, time is running out for the Dukes for sure. I mean, this is a very consequential game, as we've already mentioned, but we need to see much more, in my opinion, passing game for the Dukes. The weather last week was not prime for the passing game. This week it is. You need to take advantage of Kadowski and Alexander on these out routes, for sure. The other problem, containing Owen Lansu. That is no easy job, but he's had a great game so far, 21-7. I mean, all three of these touchdowns coming from him, so definitely need to contain him more. And, you know, I mentioned Hunter Stepanek on the defensive line. The defensive line altogether needs to step up. That entire nucleus. I mean, there's definitely a target on Joe Reef's back, so for someone like Hunter Stepanek to step up right now would definitely be a huge part. Connor?
Absolutely, Luca. The Dukes are looking for an answer here as we approach the second half, just 3 minutes away. 21-7 your score. York set to kick it off to the Trojans. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network. We welcome you back. 21-7 your score here at Clarence D. East Field. Dukes looking to respond to the Downers Grove North Trojans after they took a 2-score lead late in the first half. For those of you just joining us, I'm Connor Choi. Alongside me is Christian McQuaid, and it was an eventful first half. What looked to be a shootout has turned into a one-sided affair in favor of the Trojans. Dukes looking to change that narrative here in the second half. Jack O'Connor set to kick it off for the Dukes. Trojans won the toss, and they elected to receive the second half kickoff. They got a chance to make this a 3-score game if they're able to come away with some points here. O'Connor set to kick it off, and the second half is underway. Line drive kick, and this one's going in the end zone for a touchback.
And that kickoff goes for a touchback.
Yeah, kind of the Dukes defense absolutely fired up to start this second half. They're all pumped up, and look for the linebackers. We haven't called many of their names besides, obviously, Jimmy Connors. They're going to have to step up. And I'm really curious to see if the Dukes will switch to zone coverage here after a very predominantly man-to-man coverage first half. I mean, really did not see many adjustments being made as the Trojans kept going to those little dump-off passes for 7 or 8 yards that just turned into huge plays. And Dukes are going to need some energy here if they want to get back into this ball game.
Owen Lansu on the offense back on the field. First down, they send a man in motion. Dukes bring up Connors. And on first down, they're going to hand it off, and tackled behind the line of scrimmage is Chiarelli, and a great job by this Dukes defense on first down.
And that's the way to get back into it, as Riggs Cole is absolutely all over the defense, or the offense, and we need some energy out of this crowd, as it just seems like the life has completely been sucked out of this crowd. They need to get going, and that's a way to do it. 2nd and 11 now, stopping him behind the sticks to start the drive.
Trips right for Lansu. He drops back, looks to pass, nothing there. Flushed out the pocket, and we'll throw this one in the dirt, or straight in the turf, I might say. That pass was intended for Will Vala, the big 6'3" tight end.
Third down, Duke fans.
And you got the replay here as Lansu just looks at his third option, not the first, not the second, but the third. That's just way too short. And the Dukes defense and the crowd now back into it, looking to go 3 and out. Can they get the stop? This is one of the biggest plays to this ball game this far.
Pivotal point here. Lansu out the pocket, fires, incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down. It's a 3 and out. Great coverage by Eddie Sika. Lansu just overthrowing Oliver Thulin ever so slightly, and now the Trojans forced to punt away for the second time today.
And here comes momentum, Connor. We talked about it. How are the Dukes going to establish momentum? Coming out of the locker room, and that's exactly how you do it. Taking only 46 seconds off the clock, getting the 3 and out, and now they find themselves getting the ball back here. Absolutely electric way to start this second half.
Got to punt it from deep in their own territory. Oh, low snap. They get it off. This one, not a very good punt. And this one might not even get to the 50. It will roll to the 49-yard line of Downers Grove North. And some great field position for the Dukes.
50-yard line, where it will be a first down, Dukes.
And now that is another sign of a great way to start the second half. Owen Shale absolutely fired up, putting the pressure on the special teams. And now the Dukes find themselves at the 50-yard line, just short of Trojan territory, and the crowd is absolutely rocking once again. So you got the crowd on your side, all the momentum, and now Bruno Massel, the star of this team. Can he come out here and get the Dukes some points when they need it the most?
That's the question. Twins left for Massel. You have Kadowski on the top of your, Quinlan Hughes at the top of your screen in the one-on-one. They send Duda in motion. Jimmy Connors gets his first carry of the day. Connors up the middle, and the ball comes loose.
Jimmy Connors on the run.
Trojans think they have it.
Kadowski thinks Dukes have it.
And
Dukes do have it.
Yeah, and I'll be staying with York. The ball did come loose for a split second. That's a good first down rush, however, for Jimmy Connors. Gets his first carry of the game.
We do have some scoreboard difficulties. It is 21-7 in favor of the Trojans. Just wanted to make sure that's cleared up.
46-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Massel in the shotgun. Hands it off. Connors once again bouncing off to the left side. Jimmy Connors races for that first down marker. He's not going to get it, but he'll get real close. We'll see where they spot him.
And you know, another time York brings a new look, making adjustments in the second half instead of
no, they're going to spot him for the first down.
With Duda, this time they bring out Connors and start to get him more involved. And certainly just switching it up in the heart and soul, as I've mentioned many times, he's the secret sauce along with the special teams. They need to get him going, and that's what they're looking to do to start out this half.
So they award Connors with the first down. So fresh set of downs for Massel and company. 1st and 10. Man in motion. Massel going to keep it himself, bouncing to the left side, but he's going to be brought down.
Number 1, Bruno Massel with the quarterback keeper. Brings up a
Tavares Edwards there on the tackle. Bringing up 2nd and 11, so loss of 1.
Tackle made by number 6.
Colby Baird, the receiver they set in motion that last play. Coming on for the first time this game.
Yeah, so now 2nd and 11, and there's that play that starts them behind the sticks that kind of bit them in the butt throughout the whole first half, and they started the drive with one of those again after getting the first down.
Hunter Stepanik, the tight end, lining up at the bottom of your screen. Birnbaum in the middle, and then you have Simon Kodowski at the top. They're going to hand it off to Connors there, and that's a short gain, maybe not even a gain. I'm sorry, Henry Duda back in. So that will bring up 3rd and 10 after he picks up a yard. So at the Trojans 40.
And number 65,
it kind of feels like this place is just waiting to explode, waiting for that big play to get them back into this game, as we have seen such an exciting start to the season here for the York Dukes. They really haven't had that explosive play yet this game. Just looking for it right here. Could this be the play on this 3rd and long?
Trips right for Massel. Kodowski at the bottom of your screen on the one-on-one. They complete it over the middle. Colby Baird, how far will he get? About 2 yards. So pick up some yards to make this 4th down more manageable. Bring up 4th and 9, so Baird only awarded a yard on that reception.
They're going to keep the offense on the field on the 39 of the Trojans. Another test for Bruno Massel in the offense.
Once again, they find themselves in this awkward position in terms of where the ball's at, out of field goal range, but can't punt it away, so they're forced to go for it. Massel, empty set in the backfield, surveys downfield, flushed out of the pocket, escaping, now going backwards, avoids a huge sack. He's going to throw this one up, and this one will be incomplete, so the Dukes turn over on downs, intended for Colby Baird, way downfield.
Turnover on downs.
So the Dukes turn it over on downs. Very promising drive at the start, stalls out because of great defense by DGN.
Yeah, so the Dukes come out and get a stop, and then offense has no backup. You know, got a nice first down, but then just nothing left. And as you mentioned, another awkward spot where can't kick the field goal. I mean, you can punt it away, but it's kind of just looked down upon. If you're the offensive coordinator, not really having much room and just like not the best call, and then you have to go for it. And then once again, there's no holdup from the offensive line, as the Trojans have been bringing the blitz on every 4th and 3rd and long all game tonight. And now Lansu in the offense is back out there for the Trojans.
21-7 still your score, about 8 minutes and change left in the 3rd quarter. They hand it off on first down, and that's a strong 4-yard rush to Alec Firmuga.
Tackled by number 19, Riggs Cole.
It's Cole on the tackle.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down.
The biggest test so far this year for both teams. And, you know, so far DGN has just done a better job of handling the pressure, especially from this Dukes defense. They've really limited Joe Reif this game. And that's been a big reason why there haven't been any big plays, no sacks. And Lansu's doing a great job, despite throwing quite a bit. He does a great job protecting the football. Just such a great pro-style quarterback. Lansu flushed out the pocket. And he'll wisely throw this one away. Intended for his tight end, Will Vala.
So now 3rd and 4, Connor. And the question is, can the Dukes come up with another stand and give their offense another chance? As we'll see if the crowd can get into this, as they will. They need a stop, Connor, here. with now the clock ticking down to 7 minutes left. Still plenty of time, 19 minutes and 30 seconds left, approximately left in the ball game. But you got to get this stop, and you got to force the punt.
This is crucial. You need a stop. Help keep yourself in the game. Lansu back to pass. Quick pass. This one will be complete to Vala. Vala wrestles, breaks a tackle, and will finally be brought down by Evan Gaughan, Eddie Sika, and Owen Shale.
If you got another look at this, watch this pass as the receiver was not even ready for it, just kind of ends up in his hands, and he just gets a ton of yards as he's eventually tackled by the Duke's defenders, but he was just kind of waiting there, just kind of found the ball in his hands. Great job by Lansu to get rid of it before the blitz came. Heads up play, that's going to move the chains.
Move him into Duke's territory as well. I don't think people realize how big of a third down conversion that might be. Probably bigger than a lot of people realize. Because if you get ahead 3 scores, that'll put you in a really good spot, especially this late in the game. Lansu stepping up, fires, complete. What a grab.
Number 12.
Down at the 20-yard line. Max Troha with the reception. Really just a nice throw from Lansu.
What an athletic grab as he just goes up and snatches his ball. We'll take a look at this replay. Lansu just drops back, finds his first option. Great snag, holds onto it. Just another big play where it hasn't been like a huge explosive play, but they're just slowly stringing together plays, getting down the field, eventually scoring, and that's what's been their recipe for success all night, Connor.
6:26 and counting. Lansu in the shotgun. Double tight end shift to the left. We'll see what they go with here. They don't elect to run. They elect to pass. And this one intended for Oliver Thulin, incomplete. Good coverage that time by Eddie Sika.
Brings up a second
So bring
down
up
for the
2nd and
Trojans.
10. Angelo Martiri comes out, and comes Tyler Hayes.
Yeah, Connor, and now if the Dukes could get away with holding the Trojans down to a field goal, this would be a big win in their book with the way this drive has gone. Gonna have to make a stand, and now 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Things starting to shift back to Downers Grove North's momentum. They need that momentum swing play, Connor. The Dukes have been looking for that all night. Question is, can they get it?
They give to Chirelli, and not much room for him to go. Pick up a couple yards.
Number 37, Michael Grazzini.
So we
It's
bring up
third
3rd and
down,
6.
Duke fans. Let's
They're at the Dukes'
get
20.
loud.
Really looking to hold them here.
Indeed they are, Connor, and they're going to need the defense to make a stop. And I'm going to assume they're going to bring blitz, but with the way the Trojans have been playing tonight, they're just going to probably go a little dump ball for a little quick out route, and Lansu is just going to get it out as fast as he can, which is what he's been doing tonight.
3rd and 7, Lansu back to pass. This one's over the middle, and it's dropped.
Incomplete pass intended
If
for
that's
number
real,
11.
then
There's a flag on the field.
there's a flag on the field, but if Charlie Cruz reels that in, that's a touchdown. Very unfortunate break.
I believe they got a false start here. This looked like an early shift from the man in motion. He tapped the guy, the offensive line in the back. And apparently instead they're going to say a legal shift, so it's going to be declined. I believe they will bring out the field goal team. Although with the wins tonight, they may elect to go for it.
4th down, Duke fans. Let's get loud.
Offense staying on the field. I'm not entirely convinced they're going to run a play, however.
They're going to probably try to get the hard count, I think.
Hard count, you're looking for that offsides. Just do not jump. I think you're looking for the offsides. If you get it, then you go for it.
The receivers certainly making this look like a real play. I don't know if they're selling it or if they're actually going for it.
They are going for it. Lansu over the middle, deflected by Eddie Sika. The Dukes make a stand, and they force a turnover on downs. Nice job by Eddie Sika. Great coverage, and the Dukes hold in the red zone.
Talk about a winner-go-home moment. Dukes come up with a stand. Eddie Sika steps up, swats this ball away as Lansu put it on a dime. And now Massel and company, can they come down the field, take it 83 yards, and get a touchdown on the board?
I don't think you guys realize how big of a stop that is. Going up, the difference between 2 scores and 3 scores is so big. And this one, That was a really clutch stop by Eddie Sika late in the game.
What a risk the Downers Grove North Trojans took by electing to go for it, taking that risk of either getting a field goal or not, making this 3 possessions. However, comes back to bite them in the butt, and the Dukes have it.
On first down, Massel set to throw. He's airing this one out, intended for Hayden Alexander. Overthrown, and Alexander gets tripped up around the 50-yard line. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 10, Dukes on their own 17-yard line, trailing by 14.
Dukes have rarely gone deep at all tonight. However, the one time they elect to go deep to Alexander, who's been their deep ball man all year, the Trojans are all over it. They knew exactly what was coming. Hayden Alexander did not have much room to run at all. The throw was pretty good, just a little in front of him. Didn't really matter, though. The Trojans were all over that deep ball, and probably going to see a run here to Duda here on 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Kadaski in a one-on-one at the bottom of your screen. Twins right for Massel. He's going to keep it himself. He's got a hole on the left side. Massel cuts it back up, and a good run on 2nd down for Bruno Massel.
Talking about Massel earlier, he actually to the end of the second half, he took a shot to his wrist, and he was getting help and looked at that. So we got to hope that that shot there he just took was not too much, as it's going to become 3rd and 1. Nice little read option here. He reads it perfectly, just no blockers on that side. He's able to get as many yards as possible, takes the hit for the team, puts his body on the line, brings up a 3rd and 1, and now Jimmy Connor subbing in. Look for them to get it to him here, as they're probably just going to pound it up the middle, I think, here on 3rd and short.
Some personnel changes, so they're going to bring on Joe Reef for Hayden Alexander. So Joe Reef will line up at the tight end position for some extra blocking. They have Stepanek on the other side, lining up on the top of your screen as a receiver. They bring out Jimmy Connors. They hand it off. Connors fighting for the yard. This one will be close. I'm not sure if he got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm surprised he went up the sideline rather than up the middle, what he's known for.
Especially with that extra blocking. Where is this one spotted?
And they're going to
give it to him. That's huge.
That is humongous.
So it works out in the end. Jimmy Connor is able to pick up the 1st down. So bringing out Reef as a tight end for extra blocking, that does work. So now 4 minutes and 10 seconds and counting left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Connor, very generous spot. Wasn't sure he got it, but we got an angle from up here. It's a little different.
I mean, I thought he was going to be right there. I was just concerned that maybe he wouldn't be able to, it would be just a couple inches short. Massel hands this one off to Connors. Connors bouncing to the right, going to pick up a few yards on 1st down.
Jimmy Connors on the run for the Dukes.
You got to think eventually, Connor, when the Trojans bring man-to-man, will they take a shot on a one-on-one ball with Alexander? He has been the long shot, deep ball guy all year, as I mentioned. It's just a matter of time before they will go to him. I believe eventually, him and Kadowski have had many one-on-one ball matchups with their corners throughout this game with no help from a safety. And if you want momentum, Connor, you got to do it eventually. Got to give your receivers and quarterback chances to make big plays and swing momentum around. Look at Kadowski, as no one's on him. He's completely on an island over there. I believe the Trojans' offensive or defensive coordinator saw that, and I think they're going to have to spend a timeout.
They will call a timeout, and that will be some much-needed rest for this Dukes offensive line, who's working so hard, as well as the rest of the Dukes offense. We'll step away. 21-7 your score. Dukes starting to put together a drive. Don't go anywhere. So much football left here on York Sports Network.
To thank the following sponsors: Leo's Pizza and Catering, Ludo Creations, Elmhurst Airborne, Elmhurst Eagles, Maturi Custom Homes, Rose Pallets, the Apollo Building, the J. Proctor Group, Auto Gallery Chicago, Bottle Fury, Community Bank of Elmhurst, Dean G. Keikos and Associates, Distinct Outdoor Living, Dolores and James Buchanan, and the Elmhurst Bears.
We welcome you back from the timeout. Downers North had to use a timeout to fix some defensive formations. 2nd and 7 for the Dukes. Massel gonna hand it off, and this one is going nowhere.
Number 26,
Henry Duda met right at the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard on that last play.
Third down.
He did. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line.
Absolutely nothing there, Connor. Got to think, when are they going to air it out deep? They got to give their players chances to make plays. It's going to be very hard if they just keep running it. Got to eventually depend on that throwing game eventually, Connor.
And this is exactly what Downers North was hoping to do. I mentioned it before. They want to challenge that Duke's passing game, really say, I dare you to start throwing the ball more often. And they'll have to here. Massel in a step up, air this one out, slightly underthrown, but it's going to be caught. And there's your deep threat man, Hayden Alexander there on the reception. Great body control as he's able to reel it in, but there's a flag on the play.
I believe there was a little bit of movement up front. They're going to get him for a false start here. And just the time they go deep, Connor, they get a penalty.
It's a holding call.
It's actually holding.
It'll be 3rd down.
I think we got a replay here. Let's take a look at it. As Massel just off his back foot. They ran this play earlier. Perfect throw, great catch. However, holding's going to bring it back.
I think they flagged Cam Siv right there for the flag. Maybe a little bit of a tug. They didn't like that one. Two minutes, 15 seconds. 3rd down and 18 now. Massel trips left. We'll see what he goes to here. Off his back foot, it's complete. Alexander running out of room, and he'll be brought down.
Pass on number 5, Hayden Alexander.
Now they're going to have to punt it away, Connor. So just a little drag route on that 3rd down, right back to Alexander. And Kennedy will come back out to kick this one back to the Trojans.
Penalty comes back to hurt the Dukes. So Brennan Kennedy once again sent to punt it away. Low snap, Kennedy up in the air. Pretty good punt, fair cut at the 43-yard line by number 4, Caden Shirelli.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans on the.
So we'll step away for a second as Owen Lansu in the offense for Downers North comes back up. Minute 15 left in the 3rd quarter, 21-7, still your score. We welcome you back from our little break. 21-7 your score. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Owen Lansu and the offense back out on the field. On 1st down, they'll hand it off, and that's a good 1st down rush for Alec Firamuga.
Alec Firamuga on the run for the Trojans.
DGN really just starting to chew out the clock, and this is exactly what they're so good at. They get in these
for the Trojans.
or they take these leads pretty early on, and then they just spend the next half of football, once they get the lead, just grinding that clock down and continuing to just kill as much of that clock as possible. And so far they've done that, as there's 40 seconds left in the half. They send a man in motion, and it's just going to go right back to Firamuga. This time will be
number 2
stopped at the line of scrimmage. There's a flag after the play.
19 Riggs Cole. There is a flag on the field.
Potential holding.
Came late. I wonder if it's some extracurriculars going on after the play. Still waiting for some confirmation. It's going to be a personal foul on Downers Grove North, so a big break for the Dukes. That will send them back quite a while.
on Downers Grove North.
And yeah, Connor, the Dukes defense has done an excellent job in the second half. We haven't really been highlighting it, but they're still yet to allow any sort of points, coming with that big stand up earlier. Now find themselves pushing the ball back all the way down.
Third down.
Back to the 35, and now it's a third down.
Loud.
In a big opportunity to potentially force the 3 and out and get the ball back with some decent field position.
Important down right here. Lansu goes to the sideline to get the play. 3rd and 19. 17 seconds and counting. They're probably just going to let the clock burn out.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why they're going to play. Probably just going to fake a, try to get him to jump here. And
no reason, yeah, maybe steal 5 yards if possible, but no, they will run a play. Lansu airs it out deep. He's got a man. This one is caught on the sideline, and this will go all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. 65 yards to the house.
Touchdown, Downers Grove North.
That was a real deep ball from Owen Lansu, and he completes it to Max Stroha, and that makes it a 27-7 game as time expires at the end of the third quarter.
Let's take another look at this. They just launch a deep and easy one-on-one ball, Connor, and it looked like they weren't even going to run a play. With 5 seconds left, they're on the sideline. They run over and call the play. Just unbelievable guts, and that's the one thing you could not have possibly done wrong if you were the York Dukes defense and you fell for it. Just miscommunications all over the place. And now a 3-possession ball game.
Extra point is up and good, so that'll make it 28-7. Third quarter comes to a close. We'll be back for the final 12 minutes of the football game. Dukes with a lot of work to do. Got to dig themselves out of a hole. 28-7 your score. You are watching York Sports Network.
Special thanks to our wonderful athletic trainers, Jim Stepanek, Emily Bloomquist, E. Lennon, representing Rush Physical Therapy. Tonight's team doctors are Alex Bayer and Dr. Yogan Patel. We'd like to thank our talented York Sports Network crew of students and Mr. Chambers for streaming numerous York sporting events. Follow them on YouTube and at Instagram. Kicking off for Downers Grove North, number 22, Antonio Colentas.
We welcome you back. Following the Downers North touchdown on the 65-yard bomb from Owen Lansu to his receiver, Max Stroha. Trojans set to kick it off for the final 12 minutes. This big conference matchup is starting to slip away from the Dukes. And they're in the heart of their schedule right now. Facing off Downers North this week. Then they go to Glenbard West next weekend. And the weekend after that, they host LT. It's the heart of their schedule. This one's going to be returned by Henry Duda. Bouncing out to the right, and he will be thrown out at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Connor, in a big possession coming up here. Can the Dukes keep it within reaching distance? Can they make it a 2-possession ball game? They need a touchdown, no field goals, no 3-and-outs, no turnovers. They need to get a touchdown to stay in this ball game. And now Adam Yu is coming in for Bruno Massel. I talked about a potential wrist injury earlier for Bruno as he's got all of his pads off now. I believe the rest of this ball game is going to belong to Adam Yu and the offense.
See if they change the offensive plays a little bit. This is a quick pass, and this will be dropped by Alexander. He gets hit after, and that's a flag. Really just poor decision after the play by Tavares Edwards. Just comes barreling into Hayden Alexander. He dropped the ball, is on the sideline. Not sure what he was thinking there. Really not the best throw also by you, kind of behind him.
First down, Dukes.
So it'll be a first down A painful way to get a first down, I might add. Probably not, Alexander probably not feeling the best right now. Little shaken up. Tavares, just such a big dude on the field. He's been wrecking havoc all night, but the 6'2", 190-pound defensive back.
And you know, this is Adam U's big chance he's been waiting for a while now. We'll see if he can make the most of it.
Yu drops back to pass. He's going to air this one out. Has Quinlan Hughes. It's overthrown.
Incomplete pass intended for
Just a bit
18,
too much on that
Hughes
one.
Brings up a third down for the Dukes.
Also bring up third and 10.
Second down for the Dukes.
I'm sorry, second down and 10.
Yeah, Bruno Maslow getting looked at by the trainer. Looks like he's going through some concussion protocol type looks, but he's out of his pads for the rest of the game. So he will not be back onto the field, I believe.
I wonder, I'm thinking back to the hit he took back in the third quarter. He bounced out left side, and he kind of got hit awkwardly, almost kind of in the neck area. I wonder if that's what they're looking at. Yu on the quarterback keeper gets thrown down right away. That'll be a loss of yards. Credit number 65, Aiden Selecki, the 6'4", 235-pound junior lineman with that TFL. They're examining like his back and his left rotator cuff, so his non-dominant arm. And that would credit where he got hit, kind of in that shoulder neck area on the left side.
Gotta hope he's okay, Connor. The Dukes are gonna need him for the rest of the season. He has been so great all year. It would be a big loss if that ended up being the case.
It's like the left shoulder, left rotator cuff. More news on that later. High snap to Yu, drops back. Going through his progressions, he gets hit hard. Adam Yu hit really hard on third down. Number 34, Jake Gregorio.
Brings up a fourth down for the
You got a replay on this, Connor. Just a very high snap that pretty much overall sets up this sack as he takes it, bobbles it, and then is about to throw and gets absolutely blown up by Gregorio, who's got 2 rushing touchdowns tonight on top of that sack. So, I mean, absolutely swallowed him up. And, you know, not really Adam U's fault. The snap there was awful high, which kind of set up that whole play as a failure.
I think it kind of created that hole in the line, too, because then you have Jack Bodak. High snap to Brennan Kennedy. He's going to have to rush this one, and he gets an okay bounce for an okay punt. Like I was saying, I think the high snap kind of pushed Bodak to look more towards the left side, and that opened up the middle for Gregorio to just come in, completely penetrate, and light up Adam Yu.
Yes, for sure, Connor.
10 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in this ball game. First and 10 on the 31-yard line.
Lions Township. It is the game of the week on WCIU. It's also our football alumni night. All football alums that attend
Downers Grove North student section over there is absolutely rocking. You can hear them all the way over here and on top of the booth.
And spread awareness.
On the other hand, the York Duke student section is pretty much all cleared out on a night with so much hype. A little bit of a disappointment right now in the showing from the team, but only down 21, so not horrible yet. Definitely going to need a few more stops, as they've only let up 7 points in the second half, so not a terrible showing so far yet in the second half.
On first down, the ball pops loose, and that'll be a turnover. Oh, wow. Absolutely lit up was Alec Vermuga, and then Aiden Link picks it up after he pops it out, and that'll be a turnover. And how about some great field position for the Dukes late in this one?
And that's the turnover they've been looking for. Great hit. And, of course, Aiden Link is there to scoop it up. And Yu and company have the ball just short outside of the red zone. And this is a big opportunity with plenty of time left. Can they get themselves back in it, Connor?
Down 3 touchdowns right now, 10 minutes. They're going to need a really quick drive. I think Adam Yu has the arm to make that happen, though. They sent Hughes in motion. Yu back to pass. And this one will be complete to Henry Duda, who gets thrown down hard. Well, that's a nice 15-yard completion.
Yu, let's take a look at this replay. Absolutely surveys the field. Not his first read, not his second, but his third. And he finds Duda, the running back, with a little drag up the middle, and that's an easy first down. Great throw from Yu, and they got to get this snap off fast, Connor. They cannot waste any sort of time here.
Still have 9 minutes, 45 seconds left to go. Hughes going to give it to Jimmy Connors here, who cuts off the right side, stays on his feet, still on his feet inside the 10-yard line. Nice job by Jimmy Connors.
Got an instant replay on this one. Jimmy Connors keeps his feet churning. He's absolutely humongous. He's a linebacker playing the running back, kind of like Gargoria with the 2 rushing touchdowns of the Trojans. He's an absolute powerhouse. It's hard to bring him down. Now the big question is, can your backup come in here and lead your team down the field for a touchdown? Give you a little bit of hope in this game, Connor.
2nd down and 4, ball at the 8-yard line. You in the shotgun, high snap, set back to pass. Sends this one up, Stepanek. Oh, nearly came down with it.
Almost lost him.
Yes, just great defense. He was double covered in the end zone. That's kind of his specialty.
They're down for the Dukes.
I mean, what a throw into double, even though it was into double coverage, Connor. He gave Stepanek a big chance at coming down with this catch.
Oh, if he caught that, I mean, he had both feet in. That would have been a convincing touchdown.
An NFL touchdown.
Yes, it just popped out of the hands.
But you've highlighted him so much, Connor. He has so much athleticism, and I think even though that play was a drop, you see it all right there, just showing how big he is. And if he comes down with that catch, we're talking different ball game. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left.
You rolling out to the left is gonna hit Birnbaum, who's going for the end zone. Did he get it?
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Dukes! Jack Birnbaum with the touchdown reception. Makes it a 28-13 game. And it's not over yet.
And Adam Yu, what a job by him coming in off the bench. Watch this replay. I don't believe this is his first read. I think it's his last one, actually. Checks his first 2, and Birnbaum tips those into the end zone, dives, 100% effort. And your backup quarterback giving you some hope. That is heart, Connor. Hanging around with the top 4 team in the state as the extra point is through.
It almost looks like Birnbaum's more on a blocking type route, and then he almost curls off at the end for a route, almost like a block route option.
Here it is again. It is almost a blocking route, Connor, but great awareness from Birnbaum looking for the ball, and then easy touchdown, and that's Adam Yu's first varsity touchdown. That's the moment he's been looking for, as I mentioned earlier, so huge for him. Got to give him props, and with that, I think we're going to step aside here for a short timeout. You're not going anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network.
Kicking off for the Dukes, number 30, automatic Jack O'Connor.
Brennan Kennedy set to kick it off. Dukes look to be trying an onside kick here. We'll see if it plays out. Kennedy hits this one, and who's got it? The Trojans do at around the 48-yard line.
Kennedy gave him a great chance.
Yeah, that was a really good chance. They just couldn't really box him out so hard because most of the time you touch it before it goes to 10 yards.
They just waited, and then, oh, just a bad bounce at the end. That foot away from a different ball game. And great job by Kennedy giving his guys a chance, and it looks like it's officially over for Bruno Massel tonight. He's got an ice pack on his shoulder, and he looks like he will not be playing the rest of the night. As there he is, Bruno Massel, the ice pack, and he's out for the night, as I mentioned. So a big loss for the Dukes. However, the story is Adam Yu comes out, throws his first touchdown in his varsity career.
Question is, too little, too late. 28-14, 8:35. Lansu and the Trojans probably just going to try and burn as much time off the clock as they possibly can. On first down, they give it to Lumpkin, and he
Number
just
30,
falls
James
down
Lumpkin.
behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss
Stopped
of
in the
2.
backfield by number 2, Angelo Maturi, and number 37, Michael Grazzini. Second down for the Trojans.
I don't think they're necessarily mad at that. Keeps the clock rolling if you're Downers North. Yes, you lost yards, but the whole point is to get as much time off the clock.
Now the crowd getting into it for the Dukes. They're gonna run clock, yeah, but I mean, you're giving your defense or offense a chance, Connor, if they can get a stop here. Hanging around.
Man in motion. They hand it off once again. That'll be a good run for about 5 yards. Jake Gregorio once again, and really mixing in. I think we've seen maybe 4 or 5 backs in for Downers North, and they take running multiple running backs to a whole new level, I might add.
Jack Rosetnik says, I can't hear you.
This place putting all they got. The potential stop here, 3rd and 7.
Lansu fakes the handoff, set the throw, airs this one out deep into double coverage. This one is gonna be caught for a touchdown. Unbelievable throw. And that might just be the nail in the coffin. However, there's a flag. This one's
coming back.
Yeah, this
Connor.
one's coming
Illegal
back.
man downfield. Not a chance. What a throw, though. Are you serious? That is
yes, so that's a penalty against DGN.
Legal man downfield.
But my goodness, Christian in the double coverage threads the needle, and what a job by his receivers tonight. I mean, they are really helping him out on a lot of these incredible throws.
It's 3rd down.
I mean, now you gotta get that stop.
Now you need to. 3rd down and 12.
That clock stops.
Clock stops.
3 timeouts, too. I mean,
Trojans have nothing to lose. I'd expect them to air it out here. They've shown that they want to play it risky. I would assume they air it out here. I think they're comfortable with what they've been playing. They're just going to try and get a first down here if at all possible. Lansu back to pass. Has a man. It's Stulen. It's incomplete. Eddie Sika again with great coverage.
And that also stops the clock with the incomplete pass. So 3 timeouts. The Duke's got to have a fast drive. Another potential onside kick, and you're looking at a whole other ball game.
It all comes down to this. They're going to punt it away, try to pin them deep in their own territory. Simon Kodaski hanging it around the 15-yard line, set to receive the punts. Punts from Downers North, I might add, have not been the best tonight. They don't have an actual rostered kicker punter. They use defensive backs and linebackers to handle the kicking and punting. This one's kicked high. This one's actually not a bad punt. This one will bounce and be downed at the 14-yard line. So the Dukes have some work to do.
And Adam Yu, the backup who threw his first touchdown of the night, will come back out here with a mission to go 86 yards down the field with 6 minutes left in 53 seconds. Give his team a chance. Can he play that leadership role and fill in for the Bruno Massel, the big leader of this team? Should have tuned in. This game is not over yet. Thank you to all 900 people who are on the stream tonight. We appreciate every single one of you guys.
Dukes need to go 86 yards and still give time for potentially one more drive. Yu airs this one out on first down. He's looking for Alexander, and it's going to be intercepted.
Interception.
It'll be intercepted by the Trojans on first down. Ethan Kist picks it off. The senior defensive back.
For the Trojans on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Connor, that was an absolute rocket from you. He got this one pretty far. Let's look at the replay. He just launches this. What a spiral, but it's just picked off. And I think if you're going to want to take a shot, you're going to have a one-on-one ball, not double coverage. And throwing into double coverage is never a good idea in football. It shows you there.
So Lancy on the offense will have good field position once again, now with even less time, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Duke's defense, especially this second half, they did a really good job giving their offense chances. They just could not capitalize, and then Bruno Massa went down. This one on first down. Lumpkin gets hit hard. Evan Gone right there
James Lumpkin.
to bring him down.
Tackled by number 32.
You know, it's a little disappointing when you got a chance like that, and it's just tough when you got your backup in. Not saying that he's not any worse than Bruno. I'm just saying that that experience card is just kind of lacking out there. You know, throwing in a double coverage, just an experience thing. Not really a skill issue.
And I don't think people realize how experience makes a really big difference, and like that's why, you know, a lot of times people maybe who aren't as good talent-wise start over. Not that that's the case here, but it plays a big factor. Experience triumphs everything. Lumpkin here, and he gets gonna get run over. Evan Gone and Riggs Cole.
James Lumpkin.
Gotta think, Connor, when are the Dukes going to start using those timeouts? Do we think they're going to save them for a possible touchdown drive? Or do you think you got to let the clock go here?
Gotta let it go. You still have 6 minutes, and once again, you're also down 2 scores. I mean, I think if you get the stop and you get the ball and you aren't able to score a touchdown, your chances of you coming back are probably pretty low. So you're really saving them for that last drive when you only have a minute, if it comes down to that. That being said, they're still down 2 scores, so still a lot of work to do before that, and that starts with this 3rd and 9. Dukes aren't completely out of it yet. Lansu hands this one off, and this was splitting the lane and breaking away to the end zone, and this one, no flags, touchdown Trojans, number 34, Jake Gregorio once again, and that might just be the nail in the coffin in this one. Makes it 34-14, could be 35-14 pending this extra point.
What a run by Gregorio. Let's take another look at this. Great job by the offense line creating the gap. He takes it right up. Not only is he a power back, he's got some speed. Watch him break away as he's gonna walk into the end zone. Makes this a 3-possession game once again, and it's kind of been the story of the night. A lot of breakdowns on the defense, a lot of breakdowns on the offense, a lot of breakdowns overall. And now the extra point is up and through.
Extra point good. 35-14, 5:03 left in this game. Duke's down 21 currently. Just see what they have to offer. We'll see, will the starters be in for that much longer, or is now kind of the time that we see them coming out of the game?
Yeah, Connor, the big question is for the Dukes for the rest of the year. They're going to be 5-1 now. They do have playoff berth with 5 wins, but the question is, did we not really play our best tonight, or did we just play the 4th team in the state that is playing the best football that they have played the past few years? Are we legit, is what DGN's saying? They come in here and they're blowing the roof off this place. They seem like they are legit, Connor. You know, finishing runner-up last year, they kind of are playing with a chip on their shoulder at finishing runner-up in state, and you see it here tonight. They
look really good. I mean, Lansu's making just such high-level throws that you really just don't see in your average quarterback. And I think that's something that this Dukes defense maybe really wasn't ready for. You know, they kind of got a taste of it with Riley Contreras, but not really, because they were able to shut it down. This week, this is a team that came prepared. They had a good rushing attack, and then you had your lights-out finisher, Owen Lansu, just lighting up that secondary, just with some really high-level throws. It's not like he was doing it all game. He really just stepped it up when they needed him to, and I think that's where the biggest difference was made. Starting in your heart of your conference schedule, this game, just, you know, now it's how are you going to come back. This one's going to be returned up the side, the right side. Brought down. Eddie Sika on the return that time. But yeah, again, it's how are you going to respond from this, because you still have 2 very crucial conference games, and you can get a great seed in the playoffs with just 1 loss.
And the story is, Connor, can the Dukes come back after a very emotional loss, most likely after tonight, against a Glenbard West team that's played arguably the toughest schedule in all of IHSA football? Can you go in there and get a win on a Saturday morning after, you know, they're going to get an extra day off. They have, because the game's Saturday, so definitely some rest needed, maybe a chance for Massel to get 100% healthy. But the question is, can they get back and get a win?
We'll see. They hand it off to Sika on first down, and Eddie Sika cuts back up the middle to get a couple extra yards.
I haven't seen Eddie Sika take a run since sophomore year, Connor, when we were calling games.
Yeah, he has not taken a run. I don't think he's taken a handoff in a game, in a varsity game ever. That might be his first varsity carry. I believe it is. But they'll get him some reps at running back. I mean, he's listed as a running back, defensive back, though he mostly plays defensive back, but he's listed as both on the roster. Two-way player. Yu's going to keep this one going up to the right, bounces out, and he's going to be down at the 39-yard line, so he's going to pick up the first down.
See Bruno Massel cheering on the backup. You know, Adam, they got a good relationship, Connor. They've been playing with each other for 4 years now. As Yu takes that run, you hear Bruno hold a fist up and go, "Let's go, Yu." Shows the relationship they got. Good bond between the two quarterbacks. That's great chemistry to have on the team.
100%. Twins left for you. Calling an audible on the formation. He's got Colby Baird on a one-on-one at the bottom of your screen. They hand it off to Henry Duda. Duda picks up 3 yards. So that'll be bringing up 2nd and 7.
34, Jake Gregorio. Second down for the Dukes. 7 yards to go.
Clock winding down. I really think this is a statement win. I don't think people realize how solid this Dukes team is. And for Downers North to come into this environment and really just do what they've done is just such an impressive feat. Just really something I don't think a lot of people here would have expected. Hand off to Henry Duda once again, and this one's just not really going to go anywhere. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5. You've got an injured Trojan on the field. Number 65. Aiden Selecki, so they'll take a look at him. We'll step away. Don't go anywhere. There's 3 minutes left of this game. 35-14 your score. You're watching York Sports Network. We welcome you back. 3rd down. Adam Yu is going to take it himself, and he's going to break away, get a first down and a couple of extra yards.
10,
really nice run, Adam Yu on the quarterback draw.
Dukes.
Bring a first down. Ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line. So 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock as it continues to wind down. Yu hands this one off to Duda, and Duda will pick up 5 yards.
Number 26, Henry Duda on the run. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 to go for the Dukes.
2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. And you know, Christian, what do you think York has to do better next week if they want to bounce back and get a win? I mean, obviously, you got to limit the turnovers, but what else do you think needs to be in store as Duda will be just shy of a first down?
Henry
I mean,
Duda on the
Connor,
run for the Dukes,
talk
tackled
about
by
a team that's
number
relied on the run
34,
game so much
Jake
all year
Gregorio.
that's been non-existent
Third down
tonight.
for the Dukes.
I mean, it's impossible to get the throwing game going in football when you can't run the ball. It's just how the game works. The best teams establish the run, and then they turn the run into passing. And with the absence of that tonight, with the team that relies on it so much, you just are going to have a hard time getting it done. Alongside that, you got to eliminate the breakout plays on defense. You got to be able to stop the running backs from breaking out. You got to be able to make the tackles. You can't be sloppy. And those are the two biggest issues of the night, in my opinion.
Number
Connor.
10,
Adam Hugh barrels, gets the first down and much more. So that'll move the chains as the Dukes starting to put down a drive together late here in this one. And I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, this, like you mentioned, this team relies so heavily on the run. So when you take that away from them and force them to pass, it's just not something that they're used to doing. Kind of in uncharted territories right now for this Dukes offense in terms of what they had to do to move on. Now we got less than a minute. You fakes the handoff. He's going to air this one out. He's got Hayden Alexander wide open, and he can't make the grab. You with a perfect ball. Alexander couldn't make the over-the-shoulder grab.
I mean, what a perfect ball. Put an emphasis on perfect. I mean, this was right on the money, Connor. This is exactly what you were talking about earlier. You were saying how good Yu's arm is, especially for a backup. And Alexander just drops the wide-open touchdown. Pretty much a little bit of a miscommunication that's going to bite them in the butt here. It doesn't really matter anymore, but definitely would like some points on the board and make this a little less defeating as it already is.
You in some trouble. Just floats this one up. It'll be out of bounds, intended for Jack Birnbaum. Third and 10, and I mean, you're absolutely right. Just no reason. No reason at all for the touchdown, but it would just be a nice little touch to the end of this game. So third down and 10, ball at the 24-yard line of DGN. 45 seconds to go. Dukes down by 21 this game. Unfortunately, is all but over. You will hand it off on third down. Duda on the carry. Pick up 4 to 5 yards.
On the run for the Dukes. Brings up a fourth down.
So that'll bring up 4th and 5. Ball placed at the 19. Clock is winding down, and we'll see what happens here. But I've got to assume that the Dukes are just going to let the clock out. Yes, they are. They're just going to call the offense in. So that'll do it here in Elmhurst. Dukes will fall to Downers Grove North, pick up their first loss of the season. DGN comes into town to beat a conference rival and stay undefeated. They move to 6-0. The Dukes move to 5-1. 35-14, your final score as the clock officially hits 0. We thank you so much for tuning in. Dukes travel to Glen Ellen next week to face off against their rivals, the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. From our entire crew, alongside me, Luca DeSanto and Christian McQuaid, I've been Connor Choi. Thank you all so much for tuning in and have an amazing weekend. Go Dukes.